Hello guys, welcome to my channel Java Learners Club. In this video, I am going to share with you top 10 Java interview questions. Please watch this video till the end. You can find many useful questions in this video, and this is not only about the questions. You can see what topics I have included. These are the main topics which you can see in Java interviews. So, alright, so without any delay, let's quickly jump on to the first question. Alright, so the first question is about the singleton class. Singleton class is often asked in many interview questions because it is one of the most basic pattern and it is used in many real-time projects. So if you have added DB connections or if you have added loggers in your project, you definitely come across singleton pattern screen. So the short description would be like singleton pattern restrict the instantiation of a class and ensure that only one instance of the class exists in the Java virtual machine. So if we see any DB connection, obviously we need a single DB connection so that we can add any select statement or any insert or update statement for the same connection instance. We do not need multiple DB connection instance. Same is with the logger. We need only single object instance across the project. All right, and you can see I have added a short code which you can try writing in the interview. You can prepare it using any basic IDE. Try writing this code without looking at on the source code, and multiple variation of the singleton pattern you can find online also. All right, now quickly jumping on to the next question. So this question is from the collections framework, and collection you cannot miss when you prepare for any Java interview. Definitely you would get one or the two interview questions from collections. Now this is very basic question because if we go deeper into the collections framework, you will get many different collections like set, hash map, and other multi-threading related collections also. But if you want to start with the collections, you can start with array and array list. Now if we talk about the differences, a array is a fixed size in. So now if we talk about its answer, you can answer it like array is a fixed in size, whereas array list is dynamic in size, because array list will change its size based on the values or the elements we add into the array list. So initial default size will be there, then the values or the elements increases, array list will dynamically increase its size. An array can store both objects and primitive types, whereas we cannot store primitive types in array list. So if you would have tried it into the IDE, you would see we cannot add int or double or long in the array list initialization. We can store integer wrapper class or the double wrapper class and other wrapper classes into the array list in instantiation. Now as array is a fixed size, it is faster in operations, whereas array list need some time while it increases its size dynamically. So that's why array list is slower. And there are other differences also, like we cannot initialize array list, we can initialize with it without specifying a size. So it will be initialized with the default size. And you can go much deeper about this topic. You can refer some online content also, and you can write some code also in any favorite ID, so you will get familiar with the array and array list. Now I am quickly switching on to the third question: how hashmap works internally in Java. Now this is again from the collections framework. Because hashmap is little bit difficult comparatively with the array and array list, you should not answer. And I have also added how put operations work and how get operations work in hashmap. And if we talk about the hashmap, the broader or the high level answer is hashmap works on hashing principle, and it uses hashcode and equals method on key for get and put operations. Now, if you want, I can prepare a completely different video covering full hashmap working, and where I will explain in detail using the IDE how hashmap works, how put operations work, and how get operations work. Now I am switching on to the next question is from multi-threading. If we are appearing in any Java interthreading in our project, we use multiple methods, and some of the important methods in multi-threading are wait and sleep. Now, how you should explain the differences? The most important difference between wait and sleep is how they handles the lock. So if we apply a wait method, it releases the lock on the object, whereas sleep just pauses the current thread. And wait method is a normal method, whereas sleep is a static method. And I have also added a method syntax also, so you can see it on your screen. Now I would suggest you to write few simple threads, and you can use wait and sleep method, and through the IDE itself you will see the differences. It will definitely help you by giving you more deeper understanding about the wait and sleep method. Now switching on to the next question: what is the difference between runnable and thread in Java? This is again from multi-threading, and if we want to write multi-threading project, we have a choice to write threads using runnable interface or the thread class. Alright, so the main difference between the thread and runnable is thread is a class, whereas runnable is a functional interface or simply interface. And one of the difference is if we extend thread class in Java, we cannot extend other classes. Whereas when we apply runnable, we have a freedom to implement other interfaces also. In thread, in the in the case of thread, we need more memory, whereas in the case of runnable, we need less memory. All right, so now I am switching on to the next question, which is about string buffer and string builder. So if we work on any Java project, we definitely know we should definitely have a very good understanding about strings. And to know your understanding about the string handling, this question will definitely be asked by the interviewer. Now I have added all the differences between string buffer and string builder. String buffer is synchronized and thread safe, whereas string builder is not synchronized. This is the very most important difference, and other differences are somehow related with this difference only. And because of thread safety, only string buffer is lot slower than string builder, and string builder is lot faster than string buffer. I want to mention one thing here. If you want to check out the source code of string buffer, you can take a online help, and definitely you should see the source code of string buffer and string builder, and clearly you will see lot many methods have synchronized keyword added in the. And one more very important difference between string buffer and string builder is string buffer was introduced in Java 1.0, whereas string builder was introduced in Java 1.5. That means string buffer is quite old and it is almost there from the initial days of Java. Now I am switching on to the next question. So guys, if you know about exception handling, it helps you in writing better Java code. And this try with resource statement is introduced in Java 7. It encourages developer to write cleaner code. If you use try with resource statement, you don't need to write any finally block. You can directly add a resource into try with resource statement, and all the resource cleanup activity will be handled by this statement itself. Now I have added short description about the try with resource statement. It is clearly mentioned here that you don't need to write any finally block, and if you add any resource in the try with resource statement, all cleanup will be done by the statement itself. And how it is done? It is done with the help of auto closable interface. So every resource that we use in try with resource statement must implement the auto closable interface. All right, again guys, you can write few different scenarios about try with resource statement using your favorite IDE, and you can add few resources and you will see that resources are already clean up without writing any finally block. All right, I am switching on to the next question. This question is about finally block. So if we write try catch finally, does finally block always execute in Java? This is kind of a tricky question because we used to write finally block to clean up a resource. Now usually we now definitely it will be really confusing to answer this question if it is asked instantly in the interview room. So better you should prepare it before appearing in any only scenario where finally block may not execute if the JVM crashes or it abruptly exit during the execution. This is the answer, and you should clearly mention this while you are answering this question. Now I am switching on to the next question. What are the different ways to call the garbage collector in Java? So again, this is very important topic, how garbage collection works in Java, and you should know about garbage collection in and out, and how garbage collection works internally. And again, you should go much deeper about Java garbage collector and how Java garbage collector works internally. I have added how garbage collector can be executed manually. So there are two ways, one using the system class and another one using the runtime class. Both you can see on your screen. Okay, all right. I am switching on to the next question, which is about the features which are added in Java 8 has. So you should be aware about what features have been added in Java 8 version. Definitely you can go through about different features added in Java 8, but at least names of features you should be able to tell in interview room. Now I have added all the important features which are added in Java 8. These are lambda expressions, functional interfaces, method reference, streams, optional class, and date time. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, please give me thumbs up. Please share this video if you know anyone who is preparing for Java interview. Please subscribe